Well, hello. This is a different kind of video than what I usually do, but also I self-identify somewhere in here as a variety channel, so uh, I have free reign to do whatever I want. I don't have a script. I never script my videos. Maybe I should. Maybe I'd benefit from it, but I find it boring. I like just kind of going off the cuff. And what I wanted to talk about today was just kind of a quick review of the last year of my channel because 2025 I kicked it back up, but this channel is my childhood YouTube channel. Like it's the same one I've been going for years. None of that old stuff is still around, thank God. But it was kind of like a 2025, I guess, like creative outlet project for me because last year, technically, like last year, 2024, I had a fall semester at my college for my chemistry major that I was doing, but we'll get to that. That I hated. I mean, I like chemistry, but I hated that it took up all my time. I hated I had lab 2 times a week. I hated that the four majors class was like 3 weeks ahead of the regular class, and so all if I wanted to perform better in that class, I passed it, but like with like a C, like I barely passed it. If I wanted to perform the right way in that class, I would have had to spend all my time studying and like doing the homework, which like seems obvious, but that's like just not what I want to do. I have so many hobbies. I had so much stuff I want to do. And so after that semester, I passed. I was in total burnout mode. Um, I kind of wanted to. I was branching out. Like I was trying a lot of stuff, and I kind of got like integrated into like a new friend group, which had like some like my old like friends from childhood, and uh we used to do YouTube videos like way back when we started. Like that's what my childhood channel was about. Was like just like hanging with my buds. But he used to do Call of Duty stuff. I never did because I didn't like Call of Duty as a kid. Nowadays, I like some of the Call of Duty games, and I like playing with friends. So I'm not gonna be a spoiled sport about it. Um, and so we were planning like the comebacks. We had like a long list of ideas, um, and we had like a big plan we were working towards. And so he had like one big project that he was like, this will be like the comeback. I was kind of like just doing little stuff because like suddenly I felt free. It's like a stopcock opened up, and now I could start doing stuff. So I made this video, the Payday 2 Mutant Mayhem proof of concept. Uh, I don't think it's a very entertaining video. I don't think it's a good video. I didn't think it was a good video when I uploaded it. That's not why I made it. It's not why I uploaded it. It was basically just to prove that I could, to see if I could talk and play a game at the same time, to see if like my editing skills would come back at all. Skills, but the stuff I learned as a kid. And that was nice for me. And I chose Payday 2 because Payday 2 to me is a game that I have like 1,000 hours in it or so. I'm a big fan of it. It's just a familiar game for me to come back to. And so I like the name that I came up with, Mutant Mayhem. It has fucking alliteration, which I'm a sucker for. And it was just kind of a thing I did. I made that little logo for it. It's not a good logo, but I'm not an, what's the word? Iconographer? Sure, that ain't me. But then here in the next video where we did a spawn room challenge in, Black Ops 3? Yeah, that was with my friend. And these were kind of the build up leading to the Pack-a-Palooza that it was called, which is like the big event we were doing with like rules and whatever. Um, and so we did a few of those, I believe 4. Yep, 4. And I mean they were fun. They were fun. They attracted an interesting population to my channel of Call of Duty fans, which are not people who largely are going to like the kind of content I make. I just happen to be doing Call of Duty. That's kind of a funny overlap. That kind of it wasn't the right audience, so I got a lot of views for I keep doing this. I need a new hand gesture. Whatever. It got a lot of views compared to the stuff made as a kid, which would get like 2. But it was all Call of Duty fans who, as soon as I would upload something that wasn't Call of Duty, they were gone. They didn't subscribe, they didn't comment. Often they disliked. I got a lot of, maybe not a lot, but I know at least like sometimes I get like 1 or 2 dislikes. I'm like, all right, thanks. And then here's the second Mutant Mayhem I did, which I talked about that chemistry semester, but obviously that was what 9 months ago. So that was like February, March. No, I started the channel in March. Yeah, yeah. So that would have to be like Marchish. So that was still recent to me. Now that chemistry semester was over a year ago. It feels so distant. I've done so many new things with my life since then. 2025 was a very innovative year for me. I got my first job, a little late for that, but better late than never. And yeah, I guess so. That's why I'm kind of revisiting the same topics and reiterating over them. One, only 17 people watched that video, and I think they all put it out of their memory as soon as they watched it. Because again, it's not a very good video. The issue with the Mutant Mayhem concept and why I haven't made a third one, obviously, as anybody who's seen the videos knows, is because it's inherently kind of boring. You stay in one place. Like, that's what it is. So it's, if I had a friend to do it with, and we were like, bantering, maybe it'd be more entertaining. But as like a solo content thing, it's actually just not that good an idea. I need to minimize my preview, so I'm not looking at myself. I'm looking at the camera. Anyway, we did more of this. This is the first time I just like picked an indie game off Steam that I thought looked interesting, bought it, and recorded it. I wouldn't say it was a great choice for that as a Scrabble game, just because who is gonna watch something like that? I do think the thumbnail I made is awesome though. But I think it wasn't a successful video, but overall, the indie content has been the most successful stuff consistently on my channel. And then we made the repo video, which I did with a different group of friends. And so this is kind of like this is the start of like I just trying to get friends on my channel, basically, just in general. I've collaborated with a lot of different people from several friend groups at this point. It's just it's like a way to involve them in something I'm doing. It's nice, it's fun, and it gets a lot of like different kinds of see what people gel with. I think that's kind of what makes watching videos fun in the first place, is that kind of parasocial thing where you can observe a social dynamic without having to be a part of it. But that's getting outside the scope of this video. So we did 2 repo videos. And then I played this game, Secret Agent Wizard Boy in the International Crime Syndicate. Very funny game, very weird game. But those videos weren't hugely successful, and I didn't really know what I was doing in the videos, which I feel like a lot of the video was just watching me like not know what I'm doing. I'm just stumbling around. It wasn't very interesting content. Then we played, this is literally just us playing like a Black Ops map. So there's not much. I think it's funny because I think it's kind of not humble. I think we're funny people, and this is also the first time I had my third, like I guess third if you include me, second friend from like that original, because it was like the 3 of us who wanted to do YouTube. We're gonna be Minecraft billionaires and live in our super gaming house or whatever. So this video I really like because to me it's like what my childhood was like, basically, just brought back. It's like a little chunk of that. I think that's a really fun video because of that. And then afterwards, always on YouTube, and since I was a kid, I loved watching content about old games. Like I love like the history of video games, which sounds so lame to say. Like if you're on like a date with a girl and you're like, yeah, I'm enthralled with the history of video games. You ever heard of E.T. for the Atari? It doesn't win them over usually. But my point being that it's always a thing I've been passionate about and loved watching videos about. A lot of old school YouTubers like started that way. Obviously, the Angry Video Game Nerd like pioneered that whole format. It's done in dead news by now, basically. And content like this, there are people who do it better. And so this wasn't to please anybody. I knew this wouldn't be a popular video. It was just for me, because when I was a kid, I had like this vision, like when I grow up, I will probably be making videos on retro games. Like that just seems like a natural life path for me. So it's something I wanted to try and do at least once. And this thumbnail is absolutely disgusting, which I think is probably a large part of why I didn't do so good. I wish I could say that a good video would do good and the thumbnail is not important. It's not true. A terrible thumbnail will not do as good as a simple, clear, readable thumbnail every time. But I've never tried to optimize that, because optimizing for algorithms is just not how I do content. I get an idea in my head I think is funny or creative or personal. I just do it. So then we did more zombies content. I believe this is the last Call of Duty. No, No, there's gonna be one more up here. Yeah, okay, good. Second Secret Agent Wizard Boy video, and here's me playing more retro games. This is Bart's Nightmare for the Super Nintendo, which is a game that my favorite YouTuber growing up did a video on, and so that was kind of like getting to actually play it, because I never emulated much, despite how big of a fan of retro games I was. I just never got around to it, and so that was also something I did for not the first time, like the second time in 2025 was emulate games, and this was my first video to exceed 100 views, right? No, okay, that has 105. So this was my first video to exceed 105 views, and it kind of just randomly took off. But I think that the audience, again, that this video took off with, that the algorithm hit, was, again, not the audience that wants to be watching the same stuff that I'm making. It was a lot of, like 30-year-olds who actually played the game growing up, and like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll see this revisited. And so kind of seeing me not know what I'm doing and talk about it from like a new perspective, or kind of not like the original audience for it, I think that didn't resonate with a lot of people. I know my second Bart video up here, jumping ahead, got a dislike because fuck me. But both these videos performed well in views, very strangely. I also think I wasn't as funny as I could have been in those videos, but that'll happen. Yeah, you can't bat 1,000, This video, again, I just played an indie game I liked. This game, so this is like the only time I'd say I hopped on a trend so far. Not that Fragpunk was around for a week and vanished. Nobody gave a fuck about that game. And so I expected, because we were like day one, this is me and my friend, a different friend than the Call of Duty friend, but one of the people from the repo group. We like hopped on it immediately. So I thought, like, even though I knew nobody would stay and they wouldn't be hugely successful, I thought they'd get more views than they did. But they actually just completely tanked. Like, they were not popular videos at all. And I think that's because a large part of that, if I had to guess, would be because first I had like 2015 Call of Duty people who came and left, repo people, which are mostly younger audience, because like horror games attract a lot of younger audiences, and then I had indie game people, and then I had unks, you could say, from the retro games, and altogether those really the people that were hottest off the press on my channel were the unks. They're not the kind of people who are gonna want to watch Fragpunk. To them, Fragpunk is fucking, the mating generation's new, like, trash game of the week, and they were right, because that shit disappeared. But I think just, going on a tangent real fast, that really encapsulates why I love doing my channels, even though it's only as small as it is because you get to see just like how large the variety of games I play is. I get to put all like the different corners of video games and other stuff too later, but lesser obviously. And I'm hoping to branch out more past video games in time, but video games are always keeping my main thing. I like getting to experience so many different corners of what video gaming is as a hobby, and even though that isn't the most algorithmically successful, it makes me the happiest. And so there's a period where I was just trying to record weird things, just get something up on the channel, because I actually forgot to mention it. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, I was uploading every day during this time, not because I was like doing a challenge or like a rule or like I have to do this. I was just like, I can, fuck it. Especially after March, and well, this was actually, I was taking classes during this time. I was just taking a piano class and a feminism class, which makes me sound like such a fake fucking person saying that, but I'm dead serious. That is what I was doing during that time, and it did count towards my major technically, but I took it out of, I guess this is not relevant. So what I was getting at is my friend was playing Roblox and streaming it. I would never touch Roblox. I have sworn a pact to myself. I played it once in 2017. Like, this is terrible. And so I never made an account because that was on my Xbox that I don't even have anymore. And I'm never playing Roblox again. But it was interesting to watch it through the lens of somebody else, where I was commentating and the viewer is watching me commentate while he's also playing and commentating. I thought that was an interesting experiment. This video I think is funny because it attracted a lot of people. I could tell by watching, like, because it tells YouTube will tell you what kind of videos recommend your videos and how many people click through to it. This video actually attracted a lot of genuine Roblox fans. Like, they were watching Roblox content and they see a video that in the title I insult Roblox, and they click through to it. And most interestingly to me is I would assume as soon as they see that I'm making fun of Roblox, they would click out the video, right? Like that's the game they enjoy. But they didn't. Like, they actually had a high watch rate, which is not common from people who aren't subscribed. Usually, if you're not like my friend, like if you don't know me, usually people do not watch more than 20% of the video tops, which I understand. I've actually done that on YouTube too. Like, you get an interesting recommended 20 views, you click on and you're like, ah, cool, I'm glad I saw that today. You click off. Like, it's not personal. I get it. But that was interesting and fun and performed fairly well, and it was funny, I think. And then this is my first video that wasn't just me playing a game. Is that correct? Not counting these ones from 4 or 5 years ago. I just thought it'd be funny. I wrote the script for that one in 8 minutes and then recorded it immediately after, and then edited it together the same night and posted it. 3 disturbing goblin riddles past your bedtime, I think, is my magnum opus. I think it's really funny. Despite being the video on my channel page, it doesn't have a lot of views. I think that one's a sleeper hit. That one gives me major 8 years from now it blows up vibes. I'm just, you gotta have a penny stock, you gotta try it. You gotta hedge your funds. Wait, whatever. This one here, beating Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, uncut, unedited, uninteresting, I did it for 2 reasons. One is because I grew up playing that game on a collection on the PlayStation 2, and I could never beat it as a kid. And 2 is because somebody actually asked me to play it in one of the Bart videos, because it obviously similar era of gaming. And so I was like, I have it. I own it because I have it in the Sega collection. And so I played it, and I was happy to see that I could actually beat that game. Like, it's cool to come back to a game from your childhood that you could never get far in and actually beat it. So that was just a fun experience for me. The sequel to the Roblox games video, despite being basically the same content, did not perform nearly as well. I mean, same thumbnail basically, same content, just fewer views. That's an anomaly I don't really understand. I guess the title is the biggest difference, but I don't know. And then we get to this, the Packapalooza appetizer, which is just the first match of our Packapalooza event me and my friends did. And the reason why I only did the first match and didn't upload the others was because I didn't record the other matches properly, so I only had the first match. And so what I ended up doing was that I'd uploaded this before he uploaded like the full version. It's like a teaser, right? And then I linked to the actual video, or I guess I linked to his channel because it wasn't up yet, in the description. And then that became the actual, like the full video, which he actually, I think is an awesome video. He edited it very well. Yeah, I'm trying. There's like an intro. Let me get the real intro. Yes, this. I fucking love this. This is so cool. He actually went all out, dude. Like, I lazy edit my videos. I edit them, but I'm not actually trying to make them look that good or, like, be that nice. I'm just doing the bare minimum to, like, get a joke through. I don't have a lot of quality control. I'm just, like, experimenting and having fun. And so, this, I think, is actually a really good video. And I recommend watching it. This is my plug. It's got the live Weiler reaction in the top left the whole time, which I think that was my idea, but I'm not going to claim it for sure because I don't quite remember. But that was kind of like the big thing that like the revival of my channel is building to. Like, this is like the thing we were planning. When exactly did this get uploaded? April 1st. And then shortly after he moved, actually this happened literally as he was moving. He moved to Japan. And so he's been very busy, stressed, and we haven't been able to do more content since. So after that, it was kind of solo mode for me, at least like in the YouTube channel revival thing. But I kept going. I played this weird game for middle school girls on Super Nintendo. There's like a little mini game collection. And the reason why I played it one, who the hell else is playing this on YouTube? Come on. But two, it's because I thought it was a game I saw in a video from one of my childhood YouTubers. Turns out I got that game mixed up. They just have really similar art styles. So this is just me playing some random middle school girl game. Okay. And actually, I uploaded it first by accident without commentary, and then I had to re-upload it with commentary. This is the sequel to my Lucky Tower video, which I made it. I beat it, which was cool. It inexplicably popped off. I believe it's my most popular video. Yeah, I don't know why this video is so popular. It didn't get me many subscribers. It just got a lot of views of people who clicked on it and clicked off. I guess the thumbnail's enticing. Maybe people thought it was a Northernlion video or something. I don't know why that video is an anomaly that it is. It just is. And then it vanished. And then this is another game I played with a friend. This is the first time this friend was on the channel, so another new friend. I'm holding my fucking Aquaphor lipstick. Lip balm, rather. It's not a diary, it's a journal. Which is like, it's like half roleplay. It's kind of got a roleplay element to it, just trying to be funny. This one did pretty decent for itself, actually. I love the hover over effect on it. Which one? The most insane hover over effect. I'm gonna jump ahead just because I know I'll forget if I don't. And I have a lot of other things to say about this video, but the fact that the hover over like demo reel for this video is that of me like hovering over the breasts is very unfortunate. It's that's not what I want to be known as. I took the feminism class, I promise. Anyway, next up is Farty Chuckle's Tentatively Tenacious Life. I love this one. This one's the only time really in my whole channel that I actually tried to make like a, you know, a production basically, instead of just recording me playing something. This is the only one where I like edited clips together, did something. I improvised an entire like piano backtrack to the video completely on a whim, and it happened to line up to the video incredibly well through pure coincidence, which is crazy. And it was really surreal and weird, which fit how surreal and weird the actual game is. I'm gonna listen to the intro again because it's kind of like mega cringe, as the kids say. But I feel like I made it. I put it out on the internet, and if I'm able to keep it out there, I can watch it one more time. My name's Farty Chuckles, and I'm in a kerfuffle. But yeah, I did do the piano for this, and I just improvised the entire thing. And I wish that I was a more talented musician to where I could make it an actual, like, set thing instead of me just improvising it. Every day another pain. I think this world will drive me insane. Farty Chuckle. Never mind, that's peak. I forgot I'm awesome. But yeah, it was fun to do. I got this same microphone that I use for recording now. I was previously using my headset mic for recording. It was just a worse quality. I already brought this one upstairs. I brought this one upstairs for the sake of recording the piano. And once I already had it in my room, it's like, well, this just sounds better, so I might as well use this. So I believe after this next Bart video, this is the one that got the dislike, I switched to using the better mic. Well, after this one too, because this video, which is my only in-person live-action skit so far, I guess, this GIF kind of loops nicely. I recorded with a 2010 GoPro, and I just sat it on a stand, and so that's kind of the aesthetic I was going for, is terrible quality. And I did not script this one either. This is just, I did it to see what would happen. Realize 2014 Let's Play is fun because this was recorded before the revival of the channel. I'd say this was recorded a good 5 or 6 months before the revival of the channel, because I was like, maybe I'll revive it, you know, why not? And I didn't, and I had this footage sitting around, so I ended up uploading it on April Fool's. And on April Fool's, I uploaded this reading a book video, and this Realize 2014 Let's Play video, and this video Frog Rocking, which is just me improvising on the piano and trying to improvise lyrics, which went poorly, but there's one part of it I think sounds nice that I like. This video did pretty well for itself. Microsoft Excel Let's Play full playthrough is another, just like, so like I was saying when my friend and I started, like, we're thinking of like bringing our YouTube channels back. We made a big list of just like stupid fucking ideas, like the dumbest thing we could imagine. I'm gonna cannibalize a couple of those ideas real fast just to pull out some examples. No promises that they'll happen in the future, but if they did, that'd be fucking funny. Okay, and some of these videos wouldn't even be on my channel. So I see Zooey Mama Speedrun, which is we get the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books out and see who can find a Zooey Mama inside faster than anyone else. I don't want to spoil some of these. I actually think it's still like long term in the plans for us to do these once I guess life arranges itself differently. You know how young adulthood be. But playing Overwatch until I get a lobby. I could still do that one. I could do that one tomorrow. That's a free one. Building a wretch in my basement speedrun. I get I miss Halloween, dude. Oh shit, I should have read this list ages ago. God damn it. The idea is I buy a Frankenstein mask and just build a wretch in my What could have been? What could have been? Well, anyway, you get the idea. Microsoft Excel playthrough was one of those ideas I came up with because it's so fucking stupid and arbitrary. And I got bored while editing it, so I did this weird thing where throughout the video I just blur more, like I pixelize more and more of the screen. There's a little guy in there. This has no meaning. I just thought it'd be funny. And there's music for some of it and not all of it. And I was just kind of going for an absurdist thing, I guess. I skipped an important milestone, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, we're almost there. Garry's Mod gameplay with no mods. Surprisingly well-performing video, I think, because Garry's Mod hit it off with the youth recently with the, the ARGs and stuff. The comedy show, it's not very funny. I wouldn't watch it. I think it's kind of embarrassing, but I uploaded it even thinking that. Because the idea was I was creating stuff and I wanted to put it out there even if it was embarrassing because it was sincere. And I think at the end of the day, sincerity is like the main thing I'm trying to do on my channel is that authentic crap quality. It's like it's idiosyncratic, but it's mine. You know, I think that's beautiful. And then I browsed the Steam Discovery queue and actually, let's see, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the comedy show is the last video I uploaded in the string of uploading every day. So every single one of these was uploaded every day consecutively, and then I took a 1 week break, I believe it was, and played this Steam Discovery queue and played one lucky game video, which I was sick for. So I sound like a jackass, sound like a pretentious jackass in that video, but maybe I just sound like that anyway. I'm not paying attention. And then like a week or a month after that, I uploaded Alan Wake Only the Rarest to get the rarest achievement in Alan Wake, which was and might still be my worst performing video. No, okay, thankfully not. But given the amount of time it's been around, yes, this would be my worst performing video. I think there's several reasons for that. Alan Wake 1 in the year 2025 was not something people were crazily looking for. I'm not sure the thumbnail really conveys the idea of something that looks super watchable. It's kind of giving like no commentary long play vibes, but it's decently funny, I think. Maybe not, but Only the Rarest is another one of those like ideas I had for YouTube, like different series ideas, different things you could do. So this is the only time I actually tried it, and I haven't done another one since, just because it's hard to find games where the rarest achievement is something I actually want to do. Usually they're the rarest for a reason. And then I did this because Amnesia: The Dark Descent was on super sale. Oh, my hair is long at that point. And I just thought I'd play it. I was gonna play it. I went back to the headset mic, did a whole thing and pretended to be really into it, and I thought it was funny. Some people did. That first one did fine. The second and the third one did the exact same, apparently. And I haven't continued it because I haven't felt like it, and also because I got stuck, and I don't want to Google a solution, and I don't feel like recording me walking around trying to find one, and I don't want to. And then there's the sequel to the 3 Goblin Riddles video, 3 Placid and Well-Meaning Ghost Encounters, which I think is a funny fucking video. I think it's maybe not quite as funny as the Goblin one. The Goblin one's a little funnier, but I still think it's a funny video. And it just didn't do well. But that's also because if you put stuff in entertainment under gaming, it just has less visibility inherently. And then I did this, the Rivals of Aether 1v1 Yikoff, which was fun because I had the shirt for it. Unfortunately, the person I did that collab with cut me off shortly after, so that'll happen, I guess. But I haven't taken the video down because I think it's still funny. And then I watched my friend play more Roblox games, which, you know, didn't do it good again. The background of that thumbnail is the parasympathetic nervous system because I saw the words, and while I was making the thumbnail, I was scrolling and saw the words and just put it in the background because I was lazy. My thumbnail creation process could really be a case study. None of them are very similar to each other. None of them are very good. I mostly just do the first thing I think of because I think it's funny and then just go with it. This video, playing Boredom, Deranged Man Experiments with Absurdist Ontology, which somehow ended up being exactly 1 hour long after editing by complete coincidence. I didn't mean to do that. Did really well for itself, relatively compared to most things on my channel. 133 is pretty good, and it got plenty of likes. I think the simplistic thumbnail and just it demands your attention because it's such a weird game. And this kind of, I feel like this video, I would consider something of a turning point in my mindset while working on my channel, where that's what I want to do. Like, everything about this video, people seem to like it. I felt like myself making it. It felt right. And so I did the same thing or something similar with another indie game after. And that one didn't do good at all. But I think this is totally a title and thumbnail thing. It's a bad thumbnail. It's a bad title. And I'm too lazy to change it. Because immediately after I played another indie game. And that one did well. That video did just fine. For Halloween, like October, I had it in my head where I was going to play a bunch of old NES horror games. Like I was going to do Beetlejuice NES, Friday the 13th NES. Like a Nightmare on Elm Street NES, all these, everything I could. I was gonna make a big event of that month. It was gonna be a big deal. And then I recorded Beetlejuice NES, and that game was so fucking shit that I didn't want to play the rest of the games anymore. But I was also just busy. I had a new semester, not a particularly demanding semester, but I was doing school, and I was also in my head a lot. I mean, throughout this whole year, I've been trying so much new stuff outside of my YouTube video life, and some of it, really, I guess got me down. That'll happen. That's the life of a creative in a non-creative system, right? Just how it works. And then there was a month where I didn't upload anything. Then on a whim, I had an idea, I just went with it instantly. That seems how most of my greatest ideas happen. I made the M&M's ranked by attractiveness slideshow presentation. I think it's funny because it's a very me video, and it's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking dumb. But I don't go with the jokes that I feel like you'd expect. You see that video from a layman's perspective. I feel like you can guess what the punchline's going to be, more or less. And so I try to mix it up deliberately. That video had no script also. I was just talking. And my favorite part of the video, personally, I'll pull it up. To the M&M's ranked. So here, the first thing I do is I call the yellow M&M stupid. Hot. They are. Thank you. Okay, so at number 7 we have he's stupid. Yeah. And then, so when I'm ad-libbing for the orange M&M, I come really close to just calling him stupid again and realizing I can't just say they're all stupid. And I need to come up with new things to say. He's got a pretzel. There you go. Yeah, that's all I wanted to show. And then this game, I found it. It was so weird. I found this game while browsing PS2 ROMs, complete random. And I thought it was so weird. I had to play it to categorize it because I feel like I've never heard a single word about this game. And that video did just terribly. It's slightly better now, but it was sitting at 6 views for a while. Which means that not even most of my friends watched it. I wouldn't watch it either, frankly, because most of it is just me doing insanely terrible at voices. But that kind of just killed my motivation. I was already in a bad mental state at that point too, so I stopped uploading for, I guess, only a month. These things feel longer when you're living them. I recorded the first and second part of that video at the same time, and finished editing them at the same time. But the fact that I took an extra month just sitting on the sequel to upload it because the first one had such a cold reception, I think tells you a lot about how I was feeling about it. And even this thumbnail, there's a land for the living and a land for the dead, which is a quote from some poet. Just and this nonsense thumbnail is just like, it shows you how I felt about it. I wanted to throw it out there, get it off my chest. I didn't think it was a good video. I just wanted it on the internet to say that I did it. And I uploaded another video basically the same day, just to just so that this one would get no attention. I screwed it intentionally. But I'm glad to have uploaded it rather than canned it altogether, just to prove at the end of the first one when I said I recorded it, that I really did record it. And then we're at like the modern part of my channel where I played this indie game. I got it free in like August, and so it took me like 4 months to get around to playing it. The Minesweeper 100% full playthrough, which I recorded on New Year's Eve as the year was ending, was also a complete spur of the moment. Like, what if I did something stupid? What if I played Minesweeper? What if I recorded Minesweeper? Okay, go. And I ad-libbed the entire video. And I think that's also something that's becoming very clear about my style, is that seems to be how the funniest stuff gets made often. Like often stuff like Only the Rarest, which I've been planning to do for so long and like really like planned for, it did terrible and nobody cared about it. Whereas stuff that I just on a whim was like, whatever, just throw it out there, is the stuff that does best. And that's a weird feeling, I guess, but it's also one I've had to grasp with my entire life, because that's how it's been with school as well, where like I care about a class I want to do really well, and I bomb it. I'm just taking a test, like, I don't even study. That's when I do my best. It doesn't make sense. It's very counterintuitive as a lifestyle, but I just gotta get used to it, I guess. And then Skin Deep, the game's really cool. I bought it on the winter sale, and it was really fun, and I liked that I played it. And that's just it's a normal video and normal upload. It got pretty an honest, humble amount of views. Even the sequel is not doing too bad. I feel like this is my channel really getting a second revitalization thanks to the Minesweeper video, which did surprisingly well and got me like 11 subscribers, which is nice because I forgot to mention that after I uploaded this Sakura Wars video, I lost 2 subscribers, so that was cool. And then this video of me just playing Flash games, you know, it was just, I was already playing them because I was exploring the internet and decided I wanted to check out some old stuff, and I realized that I could turn that into a video, because that's kind of what my YouTube channel is about, is just having a platform where I visualize and externalize myself, I guess, which is why I'm really hoping to move into more content beyond just video games. Going in the future, I'd love to talk about books. I'd love to talk about writing. I'd love to talk about piano more, music, more outdoor skits in general. But I don't want to set any plans in motion because, again, I'm not a planning guy. It's whatever I feel like doing. Maybe I'll do it someday. Not even I know. But that's kind of, unless I'm forgetting anything, that's kind of my, oh shit, I got secret playlist in there. That's kind of like what this channel was to me this year. That's kind of my thought process and how I came up with a lot of these videos. A lot of them are references to things because life is like a mosaic collage of references to things that most of them you don't even remember. I mean, I never really watched like a lot of Gary's mod content growing up on like YouTube, but this is like an homage to a style of video. And a lot of my things I make, I don't put in the full amount of quality that maybe they deserve. But to me, that's also because it's just a hobby, and I'm trying to re-invoke that feeling of just, here's a thing I do for fun, even if it's a little bad. I care. I'm very passionate about the old internet conceptually. I feel like I was on like one of the last wagons to really catch that spirit of the original free internet before it became such a algorithmic, optimized job, basically. And so I feel like I have a very clear narrative vision behind how I do my content, even though I don't think my content is good. And when I show it to people, I mean, some of it's alright, I guess. This Minesweeper video, I think, is pretty funny. Clearly, a lot of people agreed. But it's something I'm happy with. And I hope to continue it into 2026 at the least. I'm uploading this video. I have a few others backed up. I don't know how long this is gonna last. Clearly, because I have this streak of videos, I have the original streak of videos, and then some like spottiness in between. I upload in I get the passion for videos in bursts, which is how I do most things in my life. I'll have like a writing arc where I'm really focused on writing. I'll get really into one thing for a while, and then I'll leave it, and then I'll come back to it. It's like no time has passed. So I have no interest in growing my YouTube channel to be like hugely successful. Whatever I get, I get. And I'm just kind of having fun with it. And that's my reflection of 2025. That's the 2025. And I hope 2026 is at least half as interesting as 2025 was as a year for me. Okay, thank you, lol.